Hello everyone, welcome back to East Coast Taekwondo. Once again, I'm Casey Mazereski with another training tip for you. Today we're going to go over scissor hand strike. So scissor hand is almost the same as punch and the same as palm heel. Remember before I used the analogy of just putting a different spearhead or arrowhead on the end of your weapon. If you have a spear, a different tip at the end of the spear, or a different arrowhead on the end of an arrow. It's the same concept. Because all the body mechanics is going to be exactly the same. Punch, palm heel, scissor hand. All the same. The difference is how I'm striking with my hand. So punch, I have my hand nice and tight. With the knuckles protruding, I'm going to hit the two big knuckles. Palm heel, I'm hitting down low, the bottom portion of my palm, or the palm heel, where it's reinforced by the bone all the way through. Scissor hand, I want to turn my hand in a C-type shape. And I want to line it up so this part of my hand, the inside of my front knuckle, of my index knuckle, is almost lined up with my forearm. When you do scissor hand, you're not hitting with the thumb, and you're not hitting with the webbing in between the hand and the thumb. That's bad, and that's just going to result in injuring yourself. What you are hitting with is that knuckle of the index finger on the inside here. So here's a close-up of my hand for scissor hand. So obviously I would be this way, my hand would be like this when I'm delivering the strike. But I'm going to turn it sideways just so you can see where I'm talking about. The spot I want to hit when doing scissor hand is right here. So if I imagine, here's my index finger, where my index finger meets my hand right here, okay? I want to go right here on the edge of that point where the index finger meets my hand. And this is the spot that I'm going to be delivering my scissor hand with. Okay, the thumb is out here just to keep it out of the way. If my thumb was in here as I did it, it would just get in the way and get crushed, and I'd probably break my thumb. So it's out here, but important to remember, you got to be cognizant of that thumb. The biggest risk with scissor hand is that your thumb could get caught on something and flex back as you're delivering the strike, and you break your own thumb. So always be aware of that when doing scissor hand. Where you're aiming is right for the throat. So obviously this is going to cause damage to your opponent. This is only for a life-threatening situation. But when you do this, now because you're hitting specifically in one very vulnerable spot of the body, scissor hand has no other application really other than the throat. I wouldn't try to do this to the body, to the belly, to the sides, trying to do like a hook punch. I wouldn't do a scissor hand to the rib cage, anything like that. It only has one application, right to the throat. But because the throat is so sensitive, it's forgiving on your part as the defender who's initiating this attack. If the technique's not perfect, any hit here in that sensitive of an area is probably going to have an effect. That being said, we still try to practice at 100%. It's always easier to practice up here and come down here in real life if we have to, than to practice down here and try to raise the bar up here. Think of it no different than lifting weights. If you can bench 200 pounds and lift 200 pounds, deadlift 400 pounds, if you're putting up big weight, it's easy in your everyday life to pick up smaller weight. If you only practice picking up light weight, you're not going to be able to, when the time comes, all of a sudden pick up a weight and train at a level that your body's not used to and perform at a level your body's not used to. So whenever you do scissor hand, you should be doing it like you're doing a full speed, full power punch. Just like that, and go just like that. But if you have a bob to train on, it's always good to come up and give Bob a few strikes. And you can see how you don't even have to get it very hard if you drive into there. Now Bob's all rubber and plastic, but if you hit your throat like that, you just take your hand and place it on your throat. You can start feeling how your body's reacting to that. A good strike to there will end the fight immediately. I'm Casey Mazereski. This has been our training tip this week at East Coast Taekwondo. If you enjoyed this tip and found it helpful, please click the like button below. Please leave any questions or comments you have below. Also make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out all of our training tips. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, if you're ever in the Fairfield, Connecticut area, come down and check us out in person at East Coast Taekwondo. I'm Casey Mazereski, and thank you for watching.